Oh, we're buzzing already here. Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the Buzz, fallout from Hope High School walkout. Last week, more than 200 students organized and participated in a walkout, and they were protesting a new 6-period schedule starting next school year. Well, now the school is punishing those students, and administrators have sent a letter home to parents telling them each walkout participant has to attend a 2-hour detention, and they have to perform community service during the school's annual field day. Now, the ACLU is stepping in, claiming the school district has gone too far, and many of those students don't think the punishment fits the crime. Take a look.
A lot of kids call class every single day. They just come here, get lunch, and go home, and they don't get punished for it. But us, that we did it for good cause and we did it right, it was very mature and very organized. I don't understand why we got in trouble for it.
We believe the school district has an obligation in order to comply with basic principles of due process to give these students an opportunity to present their case before discipline is imposed on them.
Well, Hope High School says that city resources were diverted to ensure that order was kept during that walkout, and they also said loud demonstrations outside the school prevented effective teaching. So what do you guys think about this?
Well, the first issue, does the punishment fit the crime? I mean, so you have to go to detention and you got to do community service, you miss field day. You just be happy you didn't get expelled.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Because do I agree with the walkout? No, I agree you have a voice and your voice needs to be heard, but there are better ways to do it. And the fact that they were warned that if they did this before they planned this walkout, that there would be disciplinary action, and they still went ahead and did it, to me is, you know what? You learned your lesson, okay? You're going to be punished for it. And you know, you take up these things different ways. You don't just, if I just walk out of work today because I'm not happy with the scripts that I'm reading, guess what? Probably not going to have a job tomorrow. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, what you can, Patrick and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, and what you can do if you're not happy with the scripts is you can say to a bunch of people, hey, listen, I'm not happy about this. How do you feel? How do you feel? And if you sense there's a consensus and that your voice isn't being heard, then yeah, you come together and you protest. I had, what was interesting, what I was saying to Patrick earlier was that, you know, if I had a child and they were involved in this, they would have, you know, there obviously has to be, you did something outside of the bounds of what you were supposed to do, the guidelines of the school, so you need to be able to take the punishment. But certainly, I have to say, I don't think I would ground my child or that they'd be punished at home, because I feel like, you know, you need, if they were organized, they made signs, there was no one arrested, they did this in a very peaceful way to say, hey, this is something, you know, we don't agree with. And I don't happen to agree with the kids, but I do really, I have to say, I admired the fact that they did this.
That's what I was going to say. You know, we hear about these walkouts every year, somebody's walking up or something, and unfortunately, 90% of the kids walking out are walking out just to get
followers.
Sometimes,
not leaders, they're followers.
So if these kids, you know, and it looks like they put their time in, they generally, you know, believe in what happened.
No, listen, they and you, like you said, I don't mean to cut you off, but the fact that some of these kids probably use this as an excuse to get out of class for the day, and the other fact that Brown University students helped organize this walkout is even more disturbing to me.
I think, I'm not disturbed by the whole thing. Of course you're going to have kids who are going to use this as just, you know, a way to skate.
Sure.
But
the kids that did believe in it, like you said,
and you also have to know your child. You have to know your child, and you have to know, you know, their heart, where their heart was. And even if I didn't agree with them, I would say, if I knew that they were passionate about this and they were walking out because it was something that concerned them, I would have to support them.
Here's the other thing. Every other Providence public school goes along the same schedule that they're going to implement at Hope High School. So it's not like they're doing this groundbreaking new thing where they're, you know, tying these kids to their chairs and making them go to class. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can always pay for your education and go find a private school and pay 10 grand a year instead of getting your education for free at a public school.
Very true. I think, though, Courtney, that this provides a valuable life lesson. You know, depending on how these kids take their punishment, it can really show that, you know, they organized and they were able to get the media's attention and you know,
get our attention.
And get our attention and stand for what they believe in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were just hoping to make a point, and they definitely did if we're here talking about it on the live blog and on Facebook. And a lot of folks don't agree with the punishment. They don't really think that it fits what they did here. I'll read a few comments from the blog, and then we'll head over to Facebook. And Lisa thinks, you know, they should be able to have their voices heard, their students. And Joseph saying this is ridiculous. And then we're hearing from Michelle Muscatello, and she said she agrees with Pat and says you have to follow the rules or there are consequences. And she likes likes the community service idea. She says, let these kids help others in need, you know, as a form of punishment there. Here's our poll right underneath the live blog. Do you think the punishment fits the crime? A, yes, I think it's a fair punishment, or B, no, the school district has gone too far. We have a lot more comments on our Facebook page. I like to post this nice and early so we can hear from you guys. This one's from Rachel Pivo. She said they should not be punished. They were only making a point and voicing their own opinion. And then we'll go to the bottom here. This one's from Jim Riccitelli, and he says, no, I think they should be left alone. Teachers are allowed to strike all the time, so what's wrong with a large group of students voicing their opinions? So a lot of the comments are going along the same pattern there with Jim and Rachel. But if you guys feel differently, hop on the live blog or Facebook, and I'll be back with those poll results at the end of the show. For now, back into the kitchen.